When the transport doors slid open, Lieutenant Marcus Hawley stepped onto the surface of Varel 3, a world recently ravaged by orbital bombardment during the Xyrix Wars. The skies above were still scarred, purple and streaked with residual plasma clouds, but the ground had stabilized. Varel 3 was a candidate for repopulation, and humanity had offered aid. That's why he was here, at least. That's what his order said. What they didn't mention was the greeting. Waiting for him stood two identical alien women tall, lavender-skinned, luminous-eyed, dressed in flowing bioweave silks that shimmered in hues of violet and blue. Perfect symmetry in their features. Their hair, long and silver, moved gently even though there was no wind. "I am Cell," one said, placing her hand over her heart. "I am Val," said the other, mirroring the gesture. Marcus blinked. "Are you twins?" "Yes," they said, in perfect unison. "We have been assigned to you." "Assigned?" he echoed. Cell stepped forward. "The Varellan Council selected you. Your DNA compatibility is high. You are to assist in the regeneration of our bloodline." "Wait," Marcus said, raising a hand. "You mean?" "You're asking me to repopulate," Val clarified. "Yes." Marcus laughed. That's a hell of a first contact joke. Neither of the twins laughed. That night the guest quarters were more like a temple carved into the face of a crystalline mountain. Ambient bioluminescence lit the halls. The air was rich with floral pheromones that messed with Marcus' focus. He kept expecting a high-level diplomat to walk in and shout, "Surprise! You're on Varellan Punked!" But night fell, and no cameras arrived. Instead, Cell and Val entered his chamber in ceremonial robes, barefoot, silent, serious. They didn't smile. They didn't flirt. They knelt. "Repopulation Protocol 7A initiates tonight," Val said. Marcus finally understood. They weren't joking. This wasn't seduction. It was survival. Day 2. Cultural collision in the morning. He asked questions. "Why me?" He said over a fruit that tasted like lemon mixed with honey. "Human DNA has a unique binding property," said Cell. "Yours, in particular, expresses resilience to the Xyrix sterilization virus. Our own males perished or became infertile." "And no other species qualifies?" he asked. "None who are willing," Val said bluntly. He leaned back. "You didn't just ask for help. You offered yourself. That's a lot." "To Varellans," Cell said, "life continues through sacrifice and honor." It hit him then. This wasn't some bizarre alien fantasy. This was their version of war brides. Not captives, volunteers. Trained, chosen, committed. Day 5. Council arrives. They came in silent 7 robed figures with bone-white masks. They asked him no questions about physicality or compatibility. Instead, they questioned his intention. Would you protect them if war came again? Would you abandon Earth to defend Varel 3? Would you raise hybrid children, even if the galaxy considered them abominations? His answers were not perfect. He hesitated. He thought, but he answered honestly. "Yes," he said. "If they're mine, then I fight. Like any human would." The council approved. Week 2. Human problem-solving. Marcus began helping the Varellans rebuild, not just biologically, but strategically. He taught defensive structures, introduced early detection AI sentries, and organized training for surviving civilians. Cell watched him closely as he instructed others. Val shadowed him, asking about human history, especially Earth's darkest wars. They were not just there to be wives. They were learning. One night, while they sat beneath a glowing tree whose leaves resonated like chimes in the breeze, Val said softly, "We expected a donor. We received a commander." Marcus didn't know how to respond, but his heart felt something stir. Week 4. The return of the Xyrix sensors flared red. The Xyrix hadn't been wiped out, only scattered. A stealth vessel landed on the far edge of the colony and began deploying biomines. The Varellans panicked. Marcus didn't. With barely 20 soldiers and a handful of energy rifles, he coordinated a strike. He led from the front. When plasma scorched his shoulder, he gritted his teeth and pushed on. Cell and Val found him beside the burning Zyrex wreckage, arms singed, eyes blazing. "You could have died," Cell whispered. He smiled through blood and soot. "You think? That's the worst thing that could happen?" They didn't ask what the worst thing was. They knew. 1 month later, the first confirmed pregnancy tests were celebrated across Varel 3. 2 pulses, twin heartbeats. The council declared it a planetary. Holiday. Marcus was given a new title, Prime Seed Bearer. He hated it. But he accepted it. Not because of pride. Because when Val pressed his hand to her growing belly, and Cell leaned her head on his shoulder under the stars, they didn't see a savior. They saw family. Humanity. F***. Yeah moment. ***. The Zyrex Senna. Transmission weeks later. Surrender the hybrid offspring. Humanity has violated galactic genetic protocols. Earth's response? They didn't send diplomats. They sent the 6th Terran Fleet. And behind its shields, Marcus stood at the front of the Varellan command platform, Cell and Val beside him. Children unborn but already defended. He pointed toward the stars. "Let them come."